you guys came to stay? And you flipped out and tried to leave without saying goodbye?
What's up, y'all? This is Bridge Life Shi'ar, and I'm gonna give my review of the 2024 version of Speak No Evil. You know what I mean? Featuring James McAvoy and Mackenzie Davis. Now, they had a I guess it's a remake of. They did a Danish version of the movie in 2022, but I guess that's the English version. So I didn't see the trailer. Now I might have scrolling through movies like maybe like 2 years ago, whatever. I might have came across the Danish version, but I didn't see that either. So I'm going into this thing like not knowing what I'm about to see. I went with a friend over there, the movie theater on 69th Street in Philadelphia or whatever. And they have a very unique taste in movies, so I knew it was gonna be interesting to say the least. So to give y'all a summary of what the movie is about, like this one family, they go on vacation in Italy, and they end up, becoming like buddy with James McAvoy and his family, who were also on vacation. From the beginning, was like little weird stuff that the other family was doing, like, and then it become more. It just kind of it's like a downhill, like just spiral of just weird stuff that the family. Well, mainly James McAvoy's character. He just was a little awkward in the beginning, and then it just got spiraled out of control till it just got to the point where it's just like, all right, he drawing. The first family, they end up going back home to they lived in London, and James McAvoy and his family, they lived in, I guess, England. Not London though, but they end up sending them a postcard and was like, y'all should come visit or whatever. The dad of the first family, who was the dad, he was played by Scoot McNairy. He was going through some type of job situation. I think he was between jobs or something. So he was like, you know what? Let's go see, Let's go see James McAvoy and his family. And they live like in the countryside of England, and they went and traveled there. And that's when stuff really just started to just build up and get out of control, to the point where like they had to like get out of there. They had to leave basically, because like James McAvoy was on some shit. The dad, who was played by Scoot McNairy, he was on some nut ass shit. Like, he was just stone cold nut. The wife, she get like a text from somebody, and the dad be sitting there, Scoot McNairy be sitting there, and he kind of looked like, like he ain't trust what's going on. And when I seen that happen, like, dealing with women, men dealing with women or whatever, I knew it was something going on in their relationship that wasn't right. I was like, oh, they not right. She talking about, oh, it's my friend so-and-so. But I knew, I was like, something ain't right or whatever. I'll get to that a little later though. So they go to James McAvoy's house or whatever. They got a daughter. The daughter cool with the son. James McAvoy's son can't talk or whatever. He talking about he got a condition where his tongue was messed up. And y'all gotta see what was going on with that. When they got to their crib, it was just awkward stuff going on, like between the parents and the kids. Like, James McAvoy's wife was, I don't know, she was like extra, like she was being extra with the other family's daughter, and it was just out of control. Like, the parenting skills was kind of crazy on both sides. But to get back to the dad, Scoot McNairy, he was on some nut ass shit, and it came out when they got into trouble at James McAvoy's house. He was a bitch. Like, he was a bitch, and the wife had more, had more heart than him, and he was on some nut ass shit. Like, even trying to get his family out of there, it was like, yo, what you doing, dog? He was on some nut ass shit. It was his fault that they got into the situation it was his decision to go to James McAvoy's house or whatever. He was on some bitch ass shit. Like he was a bitch. Like, and I mean, it got to the point where they had to get out of that house. Yeah, I mean, they had to get their family out of there, and he, when shit just gets to a point where it's like, when you gotta stand up, it's like, all right, bro, yeah, you can't be a bitch no more. Like he never got to that point. Like he never stood up for like he just never stood up for himself. Like he was allowing shit to just happen. I think his wife was a vegetarian, and McAvoy knew that. But when they went to the house, he cooked like this duck or something, and so the wife is vegetarian, like, and she not saying nothing. She just like, cause like I guess you at someone's house and they offering you food, you don't want to be rude and like deny the shit. But Scoop McNairy ain't saying nothing either. Like, like stand up for your wife. Like say, oh yo, she a vegetarian. Like let me try that, whatever. James McAvoy all hype. Clearly he did it on purpose. You know what I mean? So see that it was drawing shit like that happening. Like, but it built up as they was there. Like they ended up being at that house for like, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 days or something like that. Like, I don't know why you see, like, that was Scoop McNairy character. He was on some extra, like, I ain't gonna say extra Joe shit, but it's like, come on, dog. Like, you got us in this drawing ass situation. Like, you know what I mean? It's time to fucking stand up and be like, yo, we gotta be out. Like, stop being a bitch. Like, shit was drawing to the point that like they had to get out of the house, and like, so they tried to leave without even saying nothing. It was like early morning. They tried to leave without saying nothing to James McAvoy, and but the daughter, she left her like little stuffed animal that she loved, and the dad was trying to get her to stop fucking with the stuffed animal, but they had to go back and get that, and that was kind of like the shit that got him back in there. And I mean, it was just, then stuff really got out of control. Like, I don't want to tell y'all all the details of everything, but it got out of control. Like, and they couldn't leave. Like, I mean, I'm talking about, it was like life-threatening situation. Scoop McNairy and Mackenzie Davis characters was, they the married couple, the first married couple. They was having some marital issues. I could tell because something was going on with the phone. But like he was looking at her like he ain't, you know what I mean? Like he ain't trust her. What was like, who was texting her? Spoiler alert: somebody had sent his wife a dick pic. So I guess he peeped the John. So he was uneasy about that. You know what I mean? Comment below if you've been through a similar situation like that, or if somebody sent your girl a dick pic or whatever. Like what you do? You know what I mean? But they was having issues, and I guess they issues got brought up while they was at James McAvoy's house, and he was eavesdropping in on them while they was discussing it. So he knew what was going on. He was able to use that against them, as the movie progressed forward. Or I don't want to keep wrapping y'all heads off and spoil the movie and telling all these spoilers and stuff. Like the movie, for me, like from the rip, it had me. Like I was into it. Like I was always into it, and it like the suspense and everything that was happening. Like it kept building up. Like oh damn, like oh this shit starting. Look, they starting to act kind of as funny. Like so, I was into it. Like what's gonna happen next? Like you know what I mean? And it's one of the movies that where like, well for me, it's like where the characters be like doing so many dumb things that you be like, why the fuck is you be at the movie, you be like, why the fuck are you doing that? Like, don't go through that doorway. Like, oh my god, like why are you gonna grab the like out of all the weapons is like, why you grab that to use as a weapon? Like, it's one of them type movies. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I suggest y'all go out and check it out, man. On a scale of like 1 to 10, I would probably give it like like between 8.5 and 9, like around there. Like it had me like, I feel like it was a good movie. And mind you, like I said, I didn't see the trailer well, I saw it, but I wasn't paying attention to what it was. Like I wasn't like, oh, I gotta go see that movie. Like I saw it, but it was just, I ain't recognize that I saw the trailer until it was like more than halfway through the movie. You know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, I did see the trailer for this. So I went into it blind and I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed it a lot. Like go check it out. Speak No Evil, 2024 version. I'm Bridge Life Shi'ar, and I'm signing out.